Well, now to the next topic on the agenda. The House of Representatives has passed for second reading a bill to establish a regulatory framework for tech startups in Nigeria. The startup bill is set to position Nigeria's startup ecosystem as a leading digital technology center in Africa by providing enabling environment for the growth of startups, guard against different challenges faced by startups, and bring a whole lot more into that system and attract even more talents. Well, we have to follow up. We've had this conversation a couple of times, but since it's gone through second reading now, let's put our eyes on it. And we're doing that with a startup attorney. He's Omori Edogiawere joining us this morning. Good to see you, Omori.
Thank you.
So, well, this is not, this has received a lot of applause. A lot of people are excited about it. That is going to bring a framework to the ecosystem. What are you expecting from this startup bill?
Well, like you said, it is going to help provide a positioning for not just startups in Nigeria, but for Nigeria as a leader in the startup ecosystem in the region. We cannot afford to just be the most populous nation. We have got to set direction and set the pace. I would even say that we're coming late to the party. A couple of jurisdictions that have our numbers and level of economic growth have already put in place incentives and measures to help propel startups. So yes, we're late to the party, but better late than never.
Anyway.
Yes, we're here already.
Yeah, but okay, so one of the things that I noticed is it's trying to protect. For instance, there's the section that says that employees will have a tax holiday
for 2 years.
2 years, and so it's trying to bring in skills and also to protect them. But the thing with Nigeria is not about the policy, it's not about the bills, it's about the implementation. You know, for instance, we have the Petroleum Industry Bill Act now,
yes.
You know, which has been signed. And then when we come to the implementation, we're talking of subsidy, and then we now have to postpone, and then maybe we're looking at. So it's about the implementation. That's actually kind of reduces the excitement or expectation, you know, from bills like this.
Well, the uniqueness of this bill is that although it's a government bill, it has gone through a series of consultations, and actually the industry players are actively involved in the process, both the regulators, both the players in the ecosystem and government, and now the legislature are making their inputs. The idea around this is to have everyone make meaningful input. So what you have now is fragmented regulation. So the idea is to have a big tent approach. And so when you have a big tent approach, it brings everybody in. It's easier to implement. It's actually more impactful because whatever information is lost or whatever ambiguities that are lost with fragmented implementations are resolved when you have a unified front. So bring everybody together. That's why you're going to have the National Council on Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And the idea of the council is to provide oversight, lay out a harmonized regulatory framework, provide oversight. And this council will consist not just government, but also industry players who are in the startup ecosystem. You need to understand that startups, just like the word is, start up. They are at the formative stage of building innovative products. And so they need all the support they can get. Innovation and technology is taking over. Whether you like it or not, it's coming to take you. And so you must be prepared. Now, there's the need to give those at the center stage an enabling environment, a system where they can adequately thrive, right? I provide legal oversight to a lot of startups, and one of the issues that they have is fragmented rules. So you really don't know where you're getting this from. You really don't know who has this oversight. You are not even sure if there is a law regulating what you're doing. And
so this is going to bring everything together.
That's why I said a big tent approach.
Coordinated and all that. Now, let's paint a picture. I like to do reality. In Nigeria, you have the bulk of activities in the informal sector. So even in startups, you have more in the informal sector. What should attract the people in the informal sector? I mean, as you noted, there are startups. They're just there. It's just a young man, a young woman who just wants to start something small, probably on his phone, you know, doing the online sales and, you know, moving from there and growing or offering software services.
Building apps.
Yeah, software services and all of that. Why should they be captured? Because once you come to be captured, then you'll be told to pay fees, fines, get your license. You know what I'm saying?
So I hear you, but it's important that we also realize that thriving in any environment must come with some regulation. And that regulation also brings protection. Why does government say pay your tax? They pay your tax so we can give you roads, hospitals, and the likes, and everything. Let's not go into other issues. But the point is, for instance, the bill proposes to have a startup portal. The idea around that startup portal is to have a one-size-fits-all, where startups can go in and avail themselves of the licenses, the regulations, whatever issues they have, and also access funding. So, like you said, those small businesses, the biggest problem an entrepreneur or a startup owner has is funding. And while government provides regulation, government also has a solid capacity to provide funding, has a solid capacity to provide interest-free loans or loans with very reduced rates, interest rates. And these are the things that will propel startups. So in addition to creating an enabling environment, which is the fundamental thing for such regulation, it's also to provide the support that these small businesses need. That small tech developer who has an innovative, mind-breaking product that could be a game changer needs the support of government. For instance, you know, there's going to be the startup fund that they can access through the NSIA, you know, and get some loans that will help propel them to grow. So the idea around coming under the umbrella is to provide not just regulation, but support. Support that will propel meaningful growth and impact.
How close are we to getting this bill assented to?
Well, it has passed second reading, and so far so good. It's been welcomed very well. Because really, let's be honest, technology, digitization, innovation is coming to take the center stage, and we have got to be prepared. One way of being prepared is to have a law that will help propel that.
All right. Omori Edogiarere, startup attorney, thank you so much. This is an ongoing conversation. I'm sure when it goes to the next stage, we'll have you again.
Definitely.
Help us dissect.
Definitely.
And convince the informal sector to embrace this.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Ine.